What is going on, guys? Kill here, and this is another episode of Metro Redux. This is 2033, and I decided to go ahead and record this because I went back and actually got the Enlightened trophy. The very last video that I did for Metro 2033 was just the regular ending. I got the Ranger trophy for just completing the game on Ranger, and I told you guys in my videos that I never even had the option to do the alternate ending because I didn't have enough moral points. And I've talked to you guys about what moral points are and how to get them through several videos. And so I went on ahead today and I wanted to get the trophy. I completed the game today on survival mode. Last time I did it on Ranger mode. Well, today I did it on survival, so I got the survival trophy and the Enlightened trophy, guys. Last time I did this video, I showed you guys the ending and got the Ranger trophy, and I was never even given the option to get the Enlightened trophy, and again, because I didn't have any moral points. So if you haven't heard what moral points are and how to get them in any of my other videos, I will again explain them to you. Moral points is a hidden system in the Metro game series that allows Artnem's progress and affects the ending. The system is never explained to the player and its mechanics can only be speculated about. As Metro is about Artnem's journey of understanding the world around him, the game rewards the player by guiding Artnem through experiences that help him better understand the Metro. It is commonly understood that every time Artnem gets a moral point, the screen flashes light blue, and whispers or the sound of water dripping can be heard. When Artnem loses a moral point, the screen darkens and the ominous sound can be heard. The more opportunities to gain moral points, or there are more opportunities to gain moral points than there are to lose them. The moral points that are gained and lost can be speculated to vary in severity. So, I found all this out after I completed this game the first time and I wasn't given the opportunity to even do the alternating. I completed it on Ranger mode, and then I thought that I was just going to go back, to the last checkpoint and redo the chapter or from the last checkpoint and then just do it twice, two different ways like you can in other games. But that was it. They didn't allow me to do it because you have to go throughout the whole entire game collecting these moral points, or else they just won't let you do it. So I went through and did it on survival mode, and while I did it on survival mode, I went through and collected all the moral points. So, in Metro 2033, Artnem has left the expedition station has not left expedition station since his childhood and does not know anything about the world outside the VDNKH. If the player pokes around corners, eavesdrops dialogues, and explores the level, Artnem learns how this new world works and manages to make a decision based on his knowledge. In other words, he achieves a different enlightened ending as opposed to the Ranger one, which is he blindly follows his orders. And then again for Metro Last Light, the moral points do not change from Metro 2033. They are earned the same way, i.e. listening to certain dialogue, performing kind and merciful acts, finding certain hidden areas, etc. Sufficient moral points will unlock the redemption ending as opposed to the standard ending. So I did get the redemption ending in Metro Last Light, and I am currently going through the playthrough for that. And I've told you guys in past videos, every video that I do for Metro Last Light, I will put in the description all of the moral points that I am doing in that video as along, and I'm going to show you guys the moral points that I'm doing them as I'm doing them, and along with the trophies that I'm getting. In Metro 2033, I didn't know about these moral points. I knew of them. I didn't know the significance of them until after I completed this game and was not able to get the Enlightened trophy. And I looked on YouTube. I looked at other playthrough channels. I couldn't find shit. There was one guy, he's from like England or Great Britain or somewhere. He had one of those English accents and he was just fucking dead wrong. He was talking about the flashes coming out of the revolver, and which is just totally untrue. Now there was another guy who got it partially right. Basically he was just saying that you had to walk towards the dark ones in any one of the visions or hallucinations, which is partially right. but that alone won't get you the trophy or allow you to do it. There's several moral points that you can get in every chapter, and walking through or walking to the dark ones and like hallucinations like this is part of it, but there's a whole bunch more that you have to do, and there's ways that you can lose them. And in my last video, I told you guys that I was gonna leave a description in the description of all the moral points, and I was unable to because it's just too long, and it just, whenever I would try to process the video and publish it, it would tell me that my description was too long and I had to delete a bunch of it, and I didn't want to just leave it half-assed, so I just left you guys a link, and I will leave you a link in this video also, so you don't have to go searching for any other videos. Just look in the description if you want to see a total list of both the Metro 2003 33 and the Metro Last Light list of moral points that you have to do in order to get the alternate ending. That way you can get the Enlightened trophy, and you can get the alternate ending trophy for Metro Last Light also. But guys, I scoured the internet and all the YouTube videos, and if you get this cut screen right here, this cut scene, then you'll know that you're going to be able to get the alternate ending. Now there's other things there's one more thing that you have to do. You have to shoot the tripod, and you have to shoot the tripod in its legs. Don't try to hit the top of it because the bullet will just pass through it. You have to hit it in its leg, and then it will fall off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But other than that, everything else is the same. And like I said, man, there's a whole list of moral points that you have to do in order to be able to complete this Enlightened trophy. And again, a link to the website will be in the description. And like I said, man, I've scoured the internet and all the YouTube videos that I found. There was a couple that showed the ending, but none of them, nobody told you all the things that you actually had to do. Some of the guys got it partially right. There's some people that were just completely wrong. And this video here and is 100% true. If you do everything that I do, you will get the Enlightened trophy. And just click on that link and read all the shit, and I'll go ahead and go through some of them for you right now just so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. And now that I mention it, when you go through the games and you notice like the screen getting brighter, or you like hear the sounds like drops or laughter, then you will get a moral point, and then you will lose them. Like you'll see like the screen go black and it'll make this weird little sound. That means you lost one. So like for an example, in the Hunter, the very first mission or chapter of Metro 2033, where you wake up and then at the very end, Hunter comes through the door and he gives you a postcard. Well, taking that postcard is one of the moral points that you can get. But in that chapter, after coming up the stairs and you talk to the guard and the patrol, he tells you about the patrol was attacked, and then he'll sit down and then he'll say, many want to leave the station. And then like you'll see the screen get brighter, which means you collected the moral point for listening to that conversation. Talk to the people in line at the hospital. There will be a man and a woman and a bunch of people standing in line, but the man and woman will talk to you, and the man will say, the woman will talk about her brother, but then the man will say the doctor hasn't said anything. And then you'll get a moral point for that. And then there's a guard that will open the door that lets you into the hospital. And then he'll sit down, and then if you stand there long enough, he'll tell you people want to see the relatives, and you'll get a point for that. And then when you're walking through the hospital, walk under the light on the right in the first room of the hospital. You'll get a moral point for that. And then take the postcard from Hunter. This is right before you have to kill the Nasalises in the vents. And this is where you get the quick draw trophy. If you kill them before they break out of the vents, then you'll get the quick draw trophy. But right before that, Hunter is going to be talking to you, and he's going to hand you a postcard of the Statue of Liberty, and you have to take it from his hand, and you'll earn a point for that. And then like, in the next chapter, Expedition, when you wake up with that that dude singing that Russian song, and you wake up. If you in the room, if you play Artnem's guitar, you'll get a moral point. Uh, Now there's a triangle. Play the triangle guitar near the father and the child drawing on the floor. You'll get a moral point for that. And then you'll approach a man and a woman sitting in a general market area with a teddy bear between them. As soon as the woman stops talking, you'll be able to talk to the man. He'll tell you about his sixth child as he asks you for a couple bullets. You give him the bullets, and you'll get a moral point for that. Um, and then you open the door to Alex's room and then prompt his dialogue. You get a moral point for that. And then exhaust all of Alex's dialogue. Now, Alex is the old man that you were in the room with Hunter at the very beginning of the game. Now, here's a way that you can lose moral points in Expedition. You take the MGR, which is the military grade round from the hat next to the man playing the guitar. You'll lose them. There are two men sitting on a table just right of the table with a drunk man who is being scolded by his wife. If you talk to them, they'll start talking about some business. If you talk to them again, then it will be considered interrupting the business, and you'll lose a point for that. Now, there's a whole list of this. I definitely don't have the time to read them all off. I just wanted to give you guys some examples of the moral points. And the other like huge one is like when you find bourbon, give the kid a coin to show you bourbon, because if you don't, then you'll lose one. If you find bourbon without the kid, you'll lose a point. So here it is. Here's the very end, guys. Now, if you are able to get the Enlightened trophy, then you'll see the dark one, and then you'll hear Khan start talking right now, and then you're going to want to shoot the tripod in the leg, and you'll get the alternate ending. And then you'll see a screenshot of the trophy at the end. And I want to say, guys, thanks for stopping. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And tell me in the comment section below what you think of the videos. And until next time, peace.
H.G. Wells once wrote, "If we don't end wars, wars will end us." And somehow, I stopped my war. At the time, I couldn't say what had made me spare the Dark Ones. But I came to realize that the strange visions that haunted my journey were their attempts to reach out to us. I don't know if I was the first to communicate with them, but I will not be the last. They are among us now. And the future, our future, stretches before us like an endless metro tunnel.